Hello, and here we are baking sourdough. Sorry, it's still dark outside, so the lighting is terrible. We've got our starter here, and I pulled it out of the fridge last night and left it overnight. And flour and water. Let's get started. First, you want to use a plastic bowl, not a metal bowl. You could use a glass bowl or whatever, but not metal. That's what the internet says. So I definitely use a scale. Put in 100 grams of sourdough starter. And then I add 350 weight grams of warm water. Not too warm, like pretty lukewarm, but just a little bit more than room temperature. 350. And then you just mix that up, dissolve it really good. This is a pretty stiff sourdough starter, so sometimes I'll have to use my hands to break it up, but let's try and disperse it. All right, and then we'll zero and add our flour, 500 grams of flour. Perfect, and then you just want to not have any dry spots or wet spots, so just give it a stir. Okay, and then I'll cover it with plastic wrap over the bowl and let it rest. I set a timer for 20 minutes, and then I come back to it. Hello, here we are again. Timer just went off. So the next step is to dissolve this kosher salt in some hot water. So I put usually 13 grams of salt, and then I have super hot water here. Like, I just let my tap run for a minute, and I put 25 grams of water in there, and then I just mix it around, try and kind of break up and dissolve a little bit of the salt. It's definitely not perfect. I just do it for a minute. I just dump the whole thing in. Take your hand, clean hand, scrunch it up. I literally just scrunch it until it all falls out of my hand like that. You really want to get that salt into the dough. Good, that's a really nice looking dough. I just cover it with plastic wrap, put a timer on for 30 minutes, and then I come back to it. All right, it's been half an hour. Now you just take a wet hand and a damp and fold it like that. You're picking up a corner, putting it on top. Just do that for all 4 sides. There you go. Okay, 5, whatever. And then put your plastic wrap on it. I stick it in an oven with my oven light on, and we're leaving it for another 5 hours. You can set a timer, you cannot. It's not incredibly important. You don't really have to touch it for the next 5 hours. And we will get back to it now. All right, here we are again. It's been 5 more hours. Just kind of soft, happy dough. What we're gonna do is take a little bit of flour, not too much, put it on there, and I just scoop my dough out. And I just fold it together like this, grab both sides. And then I turn it over. Just to kind of shape it nicely. Whatever. Get some of the gas out and then cover it up. 20 more minutes. Okay, spin a little bit. Here's our dough. Got a proofing basket. Mine has a cloth on it, doesn't have to. I just take some of this is half white rice flour and half regular flour, and I just take like a little pinch and sprinkle it in there and rub it in a bit. Because I put mine in the fridge overnight, you don't really have to worry too much about this, but you'd want to flour really well if you were going to bake it right away. Then I just take it, flip it over so it's like smooth side down. I roll it so it's kind of taut on the bottom, and then I just plunk it in. Give a little smush, spread it out a little bit, and then this is my plastic wrap from before. I let it sit for an hour at room temperature or in your warm oven or whatever it is, and pop it in the fridge overnight. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, here we are again. This is day 2. I just woke up. Well, not just, but whatever. Turning the oven on to 500. I have the rack here, the top rack set on the second lowest one, so it just fits. Seems arbitrary, but it does make a big difference. I've got my pans here. These are about 9-inch. They're cast iron. This is the bottom part, and this is the top. Gets used like so to make like an enclosure. They both go in right now. I'm gonna put them in right now. But before I do that, I want to show you this. I have this piece of parchment that is also super important, which seems so silly, but is completely necessary, which I just get by tracing the bottom and then cutting it out, and I can use it a few times. So this stays out for now, but put the cast iron in to preheat, let the oven come to temp at 500 once it's at 500, I let it go for at least another 10 minutes to make sure it's really warm. And I'll show you. Okay, here we are. Everything's preheated. Got my bread, got my knife. You don't have to have a fancy knife, just any sharp knife will do. Just going to take my proofed bread. I just took it out of the fridge. And we're just gonna give it a quick toss. We're gonna just cut in whatever pattern. You kind of really want to have a sharp one of these, or it's really inefficient. And just waiting. And then when that goes off, we'll turn it down to 450. I let the oven breathe just for like 30 seconds, like let the hot air out, put it on for another 10 minutes. All right, here we go. It's been 30 minutes so far, so now we just carefully take the lid off. This is the left hand. For me, it's kind of weird. Put that back in to keep the heat kind of going. Goodbye, sourdough, and we just do 15 more minutes. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah. So now I just quickly pop it onto a cooling rack. I let it go for at least an hour before I touch it again. Listen for the crackling of the crust. It's my very favorite part.